So I'm going to be presenting you the training in order to become an ocean lifeguard, the pros and cons of being an ocean lifeguard, and the dangerous situations that you might see. So when you think of dangerous jobs, you usually think of construction workers, police officers, firefighters, something along those lines. You don't usually think of a lifeguard. So you think more of lifeguards being glamorous, like how it's portrayed usually. So you've all been to the beach. I'm sure you've seen lifeguards, and like these people are just sitting there, relaxing, watching the ocean, talking, listening to music, all this stuff. You probably thought they get paid to tan, because that's what I thought, becoming a lifeguard. But it's different until you become one. So I've been working 3 years, and honestly, it's anything but relaxing. You're up and down all day, and there's a lot of responsibility to come along with it. So there's 1.2 million deaths due to drownings a year. So that's in the world. So that's a big responsibility to uphold as a lifeguard. And whether those are on unguarded beaches, guarded beaches, after hours, that's a big number. So you do have a big responsibility. It really isn't all that glamorous as it's made out to be. So my first point is to tell you about the training you have to do in order to become an ocean lifeguard. So my whole family was lifeguards, my dad, my siblings, my cousins, so I knew I was going to be one. No, I'm not the best swimmer and runner, but I trained for a couple months and was able to complete the test. So the test is to swim 25 laps in a pool in 8 minutes. Once you complete that, if you complete that, you go to the beach and run a mile on the beach in under 8 minutes. So if you can do that, both of those, you think, all right, I'm done, I got this, I can start working. But they don't tell you that you have to swim 2 flag swims in the ocean right after that, which is about a half mile. None of us had ever swum in the ocean, actually swam in the ocean, so it was really scary. We had to swim with our, we call them rescue cans, other beach patrols call them different things, with the orange buoy-like thing. So it was just rough. But so then once you get that, if you complete that, then you move on to what's called rookie school. So rookie school was definitely the hardest week in my life. It's 8 to 9 days, depending on if they think you're ready to start lifeguarding. You show up at 8, stay till 4. It's basically training, just running, swimming, and drills. So you literally show up, run, swim, run again, swim again, have a half-hour lunch, and then you do drills. So some of the drills that you do will be practicing the different whistles. There's different whistles for calling someone in, then telling someone they can't play with the ball, and to go on a rescue. They're all different whistles. Sounds simple, but it really is, it gets confusing. So go over that, then you'll do the different back beach emergencies. So for example, they'll tell you that a slow yellow is like a minor medical. You get the truck there like for a cut or something. Then they tell you that a moderate yellow would be something more severe, but not 911. Maybe someone swimming and their shoulder pops out of the top. Then a fast yellow would be something severe. Someone's passed out, like isn't breathing, something like that. So you need to know the different symbols and how to act on them. So along with that, then you will practice dragging the lifeguard stand. It always has to be at the water's edge, so you're dragging it up and down all day, and there's like a certain way you have to move it. So, and it's honestly it's really hard. So you practice that a couple of days. Then you'll do CPR 1 full day. That's a full day. You'll take a test on that. Then at the end of all of this, you take a test on everything you learned, and if you pass that, then you're able to start lifeguarding. So, would not recommend rookie school. It's brutal. But okay, so next I'm going to get into the pros and cons of lifeguarding. So it really is a rewarding job, but there's definitely some negative aspects. So I'll start with the pros. I love that it's a great workout. Every day you have mandatory workout from 9:30 to 11:30. And sometimes the lieutenants will run a workout, which are really tough, but it's worth it to stay in shape. So I really like that part of it. It is just a very rewarding job. It's nice to be able to help people. Little things such as, like, every day there's a lost kid will come up to you and like not know where he is or anything. You call it over the radio, you walk them up and down the beach, and just like seeing them, like once they're back with their parents, like it's a huge deal. Like it might not, you don't think it is until you see it, and like, so that makes you feel good. Or just like bring a little kid in, like from a boogie board who looks like he needs help. Like it is rewarding. Like sometimes you'll come out of a rescue and like everyone's clapping, like it makes you feel good. So it is rewarding. It's also nice to, you form really close bonds with the people you work with. So you're together the whole day. And like I had a permanent SAM partner, so we were always together, and we literally cried at the end of the summer. We were like, I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. So it is really, it's nice. So also you make good money. Depending on where you are, it can be from $80 to $150 a day. So that's really nice. So then I'll get into the cons. You're waking up at 9 every 6 days a week in the summer, so that kind of not the best, and you don't know how it's going to be. You're out there all day, no matter if it's lightning, you get off, but if it could be raining the whole day, all the 8 hours you're out there, so that's not the best. If it's windy, that's like miserable. So sometimes it's really not the best thing, but along with that, the ocean conditions can be really bad sometimes. So I don't know if you guys know what rip currents are, but it's a flow of water from the beach out into the ocean. It happens like right in the surf where the people are swimming. So you don't know when they're gonna pop up. They just pop up throughout the day. It's hard to spot. So when people get stuck in them, they just like feel themselves like getting pulled out. That's when they panic. So 80% of rescues are due to rip current. So that's definitely some days you're constantly going in, like helping people out of the rip. So that's definitely a con. Also, sometimes you feel like you're babysitting instead of working. You'll have people come for the weekend with their family, their little kids have never swam before. They've never seen an ocean, a pool. So the parents are back beach having fun, talking, and then you have these little kids trying to swim out to the sand or just swim in general, and you're like, you have to go up to them and say, do you know how to swim? And they're like, no, like, no. And then you go up to the parents and you're like, oh, I don't think they should be in the water, like they really don't know that, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, you're right. So sometimes you're like, I feel like this is more of a babysitting job. Like, yeah, your job is to look out for people, but not really to tell them you can't swim, don't go in the water. So, along with that, sometimes we'll go out on rescues, and the lieutenants are very strict. You think you do everything right, and they'll come up to you and be like, good job, but they always have something to say. So that's only fun. And yeah, so one con for me is you cannot have your phone the entire day, like at all. If they find you with it, you get 2 days suspension. So that's that. So now I'm going to get into the dangerous situations that you might find yourself in being a lifeguard, and situations you need to know how to act on them. So you need to know what to do if you see, for example, any ocean creature such as a shark. You need to know the difference between a dolphin and a shark. If you see a shark, you need to call everyone out of the water. So there's really not much a lifeguard can do for shark attacks because everything happens so fast, but you definitely need to know what to do. I don't know if you know what a Portuguese man-of-war is, but one washed up on my beach 2 years ago. It was dead, thank God. But if they brush up against your skin, their tentacles, they inject a poison. And depending on how much they brush up against your skin is the severity of the sting. But apparently it's like the most excruciating pain you'll ever go through. So you need to know what to do if something like that happens when you're guarding. So along with that, you need to know what to do for ocean rescues. As I said before, the water conditions can be very bad. You need to know when you should go out and bring someone in and when they're in danger. But there's not just ocean rescues, there's also back beach rescues. So someone came up to my sand running up one day and was like, the ice cream man is passed out back beach. So like you need to act quickly, and you need to know what to do in that situation. So you're really there for both ocean and beach emergencies. So along with that, you as an ocean lifeguard, you're kind of like on call. We'll be out to dinner there 7:30, 8:30 at night, and we'll get an after-hours call that someone's swimming to the inlet, something like that. So you need to go down to the beach. You'll have an 8 o'clock rescue, and luckily this has happened like 6 or 7 times that I've been a lifeguard, and they've been fine every time. But if there's no one there to report someone in danger, that's when drownings occur. So about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, no one was there to report someone swimming. It was 10 o'clock. So someone drowned like very late at night. They told us like just be aware, like a body could wash up on your beach. So about 5 days go by, and the beach a couple streets down from me of the body washed up. That is like traumatizing for both the beach patrons and the lifeguard. So they had a week off. One wound up not even coming back. They were too like. So that's not something you think of when you try out to be a lifeguard. You don't really think of all the traumatizing things you could see. So I'm gonna end with a story, the scariest story for me that I had to go through. This is what I guarded next to. This isn't the exact one, but a huge pipe. So me and my partner were sitting here. We don't let anyone in within half a block of the pipe because it's at high tide. The water comes up to here, so you can like get sucked under it. It's very dangerous. So no one goes within half a block. So it was a miserable day. Like all day, the water's like the current's going right into the pipe. We're moving people over. So it's 5:30. We're getting ready to call everyone off. But little do we know, like 4 streets down, there's 2 highly intoxicated women who were just rescued, and they were like, "You cannot go back in the water. Like this is like just don't go back in." They're like crying. They're like, "Thank you, you saved our lives." So all of a sudden, like we're calling people, and these 2 women come down to our beach, run in like at the pipe, literally like floored, and we're like, "Oh no!" So we call a rescue. 5 lifeguards are in the water. We get the women out, like they're fine. But my partner had gone in next to the pipe, to protect the women from it, and gets slammed into the pipe. Her can is getting sucked under. She's almost getting sucked under. So there's 5 of us, now literally rescuing the lifeguard, and we're getting long story short, we finally get on the other side of it and to go with the flow of water, and it was a disaster. It was so scary, but that's something my partner risked her life for these people. So that's just an example of the dangerous situations you get in. So I hope to have informed you on the training, the pros and cons, and the dangerous